Good morning, baby.
Sarah, you know I can hear you up all night. You really have to be getting more sleep. And what is my little Picasso drawing this time?
Our family.
Pretty good, too. You even got Mom's figure right.
And my invisible friend.
And your invisible friend, huh? And what is this invisible friend's name?
Daddy!
Huh?
I said I call him Mr. Pizza Face.
Girls, you have a good day at school today, okay? Love you both. Be good.
But he always makes me call him Freddy.
You go through life thinking that you can protect the ones that you love by shutting them away from your darkness, burying your past, trying to forget every ounce of that trauma. But I find that my past has only gotten darker. And he's back.
Drew, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and go back to Elm Street. No, we buried you. You're supposed to be dead.
Miss me.
Thought I knew my husband. Every secret, every habit. The man in this house was a lie. His past, all those deaths. They never found him, Merv, from the Springwood massacre. All of his closest friends were butchered. And now Sarah's. You let a monster loose.
Welcome to my nightmare.
All right, man. So if we are good, I believe Stuck on Stuff is back, and we got a special guest in the building.
Yeah. We recording, Stiz?
We are recording. I want to give a warm welcome to my homie Domonic Smith. Dom, what up?
Yo, appreciate
What's good,
you guys
brother?
having me on, man.
Oh man, of course, bro.
This
of
is
course.
a different one, Stiz.
Yeah, this is a little different than what we normally do. So, Dom, what you don't know is I am a huge Freddy Krueger fan.
Major fan.
Yeah, like to the point.
This kid got Freddy Krueger gloves all over. You go to his crib, you'll be shook. You would not spend the night at Stiz's crib.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy. And so I came across your trailer like a lot of people did, and I was like, holy shit, there is a new Freddy Krueger movie coming, and this shit is about to be off the chain, bro.
Yeah.
I was super amped, bro.
And just point of reference, I just seen the trailer about 5 minutes ago for the first time, and I thought the shit was amazing.
It looks official, bro.
Super official, especially if you're a Freddy Krueger head and you're like seeing it for the first time. You're like, yo, this is the new shit right here?
Yeah. So, yo, first and foremost, like, Dom, are you a Fred head as well? Like, what made you want to do this?
Oh yeah, bro, big time. What's funny is I got these glasses in front of me that says Fred Head. I've been following the franchise, man, since I was 6 years old. It was actually the first horror film that I had ever seen in my life, and I kind of I was able to sneak and watch it with my uncle. My mom didn't know about it.
Yeah.
But that shit screwed me over.
That shit fucked you over. Could you go to sleep?
For months, man. I was having nightmares about it.
Yo, for real, bro. That's funny. I think Freddy might have been my first horror movie too.
It was one of them, yeah.
Was it yours, Snuck?
That was definitely one of them. Early 80s,
Yeah,
late 80s type ones. Yeah. All of them, Freddy, Michael, and Jason, yeah.
And so, Dom, like, what made Freddy Krueger in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise different for you? Like, what was different about it from something like Friday the 13th or Halloween or you know what I mean? Those other franchises.
Well, man, the way I always describe it is the thing that made Nightmare on Elm Street so unique was just that it's the one thing you can't avoid. It's like, with Jason, like typically they got to go to Crystal, Crystal Lake or whatever.
Yeah.
With all these different franchises, there was something involved that made the horror happen. With Nightmare on Elm Street, you just go to sleep.
That's it.
You can't avoid sleep.
You can't avoid. Eventually, you gotta go to sleep.
My homie Freddy's gonna get you,
Shit
bro.
Shit is a cousin of death. You can't avoid that.
And so I guess let's kind of give away the spoiler, because I'm not gonna lie, yo. So like I said, I watched this trailer and I was like, yo, this shit is on. And I started following you on Instagram and on your socials. And it wasn't until I hit you up and was like, yo, I'm really fucking with what you're doing. I would love for you to come on our podcast, that I realized that this is just a fan-made film. This is just a trailer that you put together. Now, there's 3 of them, right? Is it 2 or 3 of them? 3.
3 of them.
And so these are just trailers that you made. There's no movie. It's just these trailers that you made. What made you want to do this, and what is your hope in getting out of this?
So what made me want to do it was I was actually helping a buddy. Like I've never been to, like, a fan-made movie. Like I work in the industry, but I've never made any like fan-made stuff. It's all been just original films and all of you check my YouTube channel. It's all original stuff. But with this one, I was helping a buddy do a Star Wars thing, and like I just kind of like thought, like, what is my Star Wars? What is a franchise that like I'm just into like that? And I was like, oh shit, it's Nightmare on Elm Street, like without a doubt. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought about how long it's been since that reboot and Freddy vs. Jason.
I don't even think we should. I don't even think we should mention the reboot.
You didn't like it, Stiz?
I thought the reboot was fucking horrible.
I think the last one I even saw was the him versus Jason shit, to be honest.
Yeah. What'd you think about the remake, Dom?
All right, so here's my thing. I didn't hate the reboot, but there were some things that because I watched like a bunch of Robert Englund interviews and stuff, and he kind of hit the nail on the head, which is like one of the big things they screwed up was the fact that the movie starts off doom and gloom, and it's just like the original Nightmare. You get to experience these people happy. When you start off a character that's like these people already like experiencing like this horror, you ain't got nothing to root for. It's like this person was already depressed when I met them. Why do I care whether they live or not?
It's a good point.
And then there's also like the all the CGI, like with the face and everything.
Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah, I heard people hated the CGI shit, right?
Yeah, so there's a lot of areas that they messed up. I don't hate Jackie Earl Haley.
Jackie's a beast.
Yeah, I thought he definitely brought something strong to it as far as the original Freddy, making them scary again. But and the other thing is I had to be lenient on it, and I've mentioned this to people before, which is that movie wasn't made for me. It wasn't. Like, at the time when it came out, I think I was like 27. The movie wasn't made for me. Just like the original Nightmare on Elm Street, that movie wasn't made for my mom, That movie was made for teens and preteens and all of that. So I tried to be a little bit lenient and say, all right, well, let's just see how they receive it. And they didn't even receive it. So it was like, okay, well, I guess it was a bust.
Yeah, and I shouldn't talk so badly about it either. I don't hate it either. I thought Jackie did well with what he was given, but Robert Englund is just some hard shoes to fill. I kind of interrupted you a little bit, but so what were your hopes with these trailers? Like, what were you trying to get out of it?
Oh, I mean, the biggest goal, just like needle in the haystack. I know the chances are very slim, but it's just to get like New Line Cinema to see it, to check it out, and longest chance possible is like, hey, let's get this kid involved, and like whatever aspect we can as far as the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise goes.
That would be major just to be involved.
Yeah, and again, I know that like it's like I'm shooting shooting for the galaxy at this point. But aside from that, I think the biggest thing that I could hope for, I've already gotten, which is it's definitely helped like boost my socials. And,
it must have. You got millions of hits on the YouTube. This thing got millions of hits right now.
I'm looking at trailer number 2, and you are comfortably sitting at over 2.5 million views.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I didn't think it was gonna hit that because we released through this horror site called iHorror with a Facebook upload, and we got like collectively we probably have around like 2.5 million views on just like the Facebook upload. So when I brought it to YouTube, I was like, yeah, we probably will get like a few thousand, and then like out of nowhere they just started shooting up, and I'm like, all right, okay, I guess it's a hit.
And I think I seen a picture. I think you posted it on your I think I seen it on your Instagram if I'm remembering correctly. But like mad accounts posted these trailers. So, you know, so like me being me being a rapper, you know, and I release music videos, I'm always concerned about, all right, well, you know, what's the best way to put this video out, because I want to try to concentrate the views all into one space. These trailers are like literally on like 30 different accounts, and yet still you have millions of views. So combined, bro, you probably, you know,
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I checked yesterday, and as of right now, we are at 111 different YouTube accounts that have uploaded this video.
Yo, that's major.
That's major, bro, for real. Salute.
And now, so as of now, have maybe not, if not New Line, has anybody seen this and reached out to you?
No, man, nothing yet. It's crazy.
2.5 million, not one motherfucker reached out, huh?
Bro, not one. I just worked on a movie with Kevin Smith.
Oh.
Yeah, and I let him check it out. He fucking loved it. You know, but at the same time, I'm not, you know, just because I have, you know, like my professionalism and everything, and I'm not like,
of
yo,
course.
take this and give it to whoever. I'm just like, here, check it out.
Yeah,
let
check
me
it
know
out.
what you think. That's all I care about at this point.
Yeah, you got to keep it moving.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
It's funny too because speaking of Kevin Smith, yo, Snuk, I don't know if you knew this, but he had a heart attack. He had a major heart attack the other night and came kind of close to dying.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, luckily everything's good for Kevin, and we wish him a speedy recovery. But Kevin does a show called Comic Book Men, and Robert Englund was on that show. And
I know, man. I know.
So the degrees of separation are pretty close, Dom. I mean, I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility to think that we can get this trailer seen by, you know, Robert Englund or Heather Langenkamp, the star who plays Nancy, or someone from New Line.
Now, Dom, tell me the truth. How many of these? Because 3,562 just on this one comments. How many of these comments you read? Every single one of them?
Everyone.
Every single one of them, right?
My man.
A lot of them is just straight up like, wait, ... This isn't real. Almost like they were pissed off the shit wasn't real because it looked so lit.
Yo, when I hit Dom up, I was like, wait, no. I was amped, bro.
I was actually fired up for a movie right now when you were showing me. I was like, man, this shit looks so dope. It's just, it looks different too.
Yeah,
more
bro.
new school. Like, I don't know, I just like it.
What do you do in the industry, Dom? Like, because clearly you're good at this.
Yeah, so I've been directing for a little while, but it's all been, you know, like personal stuff or whatever. But aside from that, I'm an editor, and then I do a bunch it's basically like it's called DIT, but it's called Digital Imaging Technician, which is just like me calling a janitor or custodian.
Right. That's the official title. Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah. But it's just like I'm on set, and like as they shoot the footage, I prep everything for the editor.
Okay.
And a lot of times I am the editor as well, so you know, like that's it just makes my job a bit more easier. But yeah, so like that's what I do professionally, and then outside of that, I work on a movie. I use that money to, you know, fund one of my personal projects as I'm also like, you know, climbing this ladder or whatever.
You got any favorite comments out of the thousands and thousands here that I'm scrolling through? Anything crazy?
No. Well, so what's funny is just internet trolls in general, man.
Oh, yo, fuck the trolls.
People speak so. I had a few people tell me that I should like do a TED talk on like responding to people in comments.
Yeah.
But people respond so candidly when they don't think anybody is gonna respond.
Yeah.
When they think it's like a studio or something, they say whatever the fuck they want.
Right.
And when I hop in the comment box, and here's the thing, my big thing is Like, kill them with kindness. I'm like, there's no point in me throwing negativity back at them because it ain't gonna do nothing. Like, it's gonna be a waste of time. And I'm arguing with somebody on the internet for no reason.
Huge waste of time.
Typically, if somebody like responds extremely negatively, I'll just respond with, hey, I'm sorry you didn't like the trailer. Maybe you can check out 2 of the other trailers, or and I've also come to the understanding that I can't please everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And typically, people will respond back and they like, bro, I feel like an asshole now, or
exactly.
whatever it may be.
That's the best. That's the best feeling right there.
And 9 times out of 10, it's probably just people talking shit to talk shit. Right. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like in this day and age with the internet, I think it's crazy. You can go on someone's Twitter page like Betty White, who's like this sweet, harmless old lady, and there's people tweeting
like,
at her like,
Betty White,
fuck Betty White, you stupid hoe. It's like, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen, yo. So Dom, you're currently living in Florida right now. Was this were these trailers shot all in Florida, and were the actors all fellow Floridians?
Did you get all the actors together? You got every aspect of it. That was all you.
Yeah. So I have a team that I usually shoot with. After I graduated film school, I kind of, you just get those friends like for life.
Yep.
So I've been building a crew for years. Everything was shot in Florida, in Tampa, Florida. And yeah, we kept everything local. Nobody was paid. Like everybody, it was just.
That's amazing because it's not just the views. It's not just how well it was shot and like how well you did your job on the visual side, but like. The actors are on point. Just everything is so on point. I think that's why so many people thought it was real.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate that. 100%, man. That was, that was the biggest goal, and that's what we all wanted. Was just to. When I went into it, I said, look, I'm not shooting the whole movie. I have the entire movie idea. Like it's all written out.
Yeah, you want it, come get it, but back up the Brinks truck and you'll get the rest of the idea.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, but I want people to be able to watch what we shoot and think we got the whole thing shot already. So to hear y'all say that means a lot, man.
Job well done. Yo, who is the kid that kind of plays like the star, the dad? Cause that dude kills it.
Oh man, he's gonna be happy to hear that. His name is Warrington Etienne. He's a local dude. I actually found out about him last minute when I was casting. I had somebody else chosen at first, and then a buddy slid his audition by me. And I was like, bro, this is the guy. Like, this is exactly who I was looking for.
Yeah, bro, absolutely.
And you wrote, I'm assuming you wrote everything?
Yeah. So it was me and a buddy who produced it with me. His name's Damien Apple.
A lot of people liking the pizza face thing.
Oh, yeah. No, he's pizza face.
You know what's funny is, like, I had certain people who were like, what the fuck is this, Mr. Pizza Face? Like, that's not Freddy. And I'm like, well, if you're a true fan, like,
you would know.
What his makeup was based off of.
Exactly. Right, so there's so me being an ill Fred head, I know that the dude who was doing the makeup, Snuk, when he was trying to figure out, like, all right, what is Freddy going to look like?
Yeah.
He tells a story that he was literally in a pizza shop with his wife and kids or whatever, and he had a pepperoni pizza in front of him, and he just started to kind of move the pepperoni and the cheese
put,
around.
Like, eyes in it.
And he was like, yo, that's it. This is it.
So Fred heads will know that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And I think also, Dom, I think it's kind of cool to see, a man of color take this. I mean, and actually the whole family, because it looks like the actress is, maybe Hispanic. I don't know. I don't want to just like start guessing.
Nah, she's straight.
Right? Yeah, she's a white girl.
Is she?
Yeah. Nah, that's a good point though. It's dope. A black dad, white mom, different kid.
It's like a 2018 fucking Nightmare on Elm Street, yo. Like, was that a conscious decision, Dom, or like was this just the people around you that
he was the best actor you found?
Or
yeah. So actually, it was super conscious, and it's funny because one of the bullshit comments that I get every once in a while is like, "Oh, this is like social justice warriors, or politically correct stuff," and I'm just like, look,
so corny.
It wasn't corny. Like, for people to even jump out like that, it wasn't that at all. I went into the story thinking, how can I challenge myself? How can I do something that they haven't done already, and I'm not regurgitating like the lead white female, like as the protagonist, because that's in every slasher movie, every movie poster you see. That is what it is. And I was like, okay, what would be hard to do? And I was like, a lead black male in a slasher film. Yep. How can I do that and actually make it interesting and make it believable? And I mean that was the entire reason why I chose to do it that way.
And I think that, especially you look at someone like Jordan Peele, who's had, the Oscars are actually this Sunday night, and you have someone like Jordan Peele who made major buzz with Get Out, which was a really good flick. And you look at Black Panther that just came out. I don't know, last weekend, I think.
Numbers,
I think it's already at like 700 million or something worldwide.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely think it's super important for you to be doing something like that and making those type of conscious decisions.
And Jordan Peele actually just said, we talked about it on last week's show, Jordan Peele actually, I think he said he retired from acting. He's just going to do the directing thing, I think.
That's what's up. And see, what's funny is...
Because he saw that bread, and he was like, why the fuck would I act when I could get this directing bread? Like,
Right. What's crazy is I say that, it was the Star Wars thing that drove me to do this.
Right.
I was only a piece of it. When they did the Get Out, when Get Out dropped, the trailer dropped, 2 weeks before I even knew what Get Out was, I was writing this Nightmare on Elm St thing.
Oh,
and
that's dope.
And I made a post, and I was like, can anybody name a horror film with a lead black actor that wasn't, like, made to be cheesy? That was a serious horror film. And I couldn't get anybody.
I think I could think. I think I can think of one.
Oh, the one with the bees.
Candyman.
Candyman. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Candyman. Yeah.
Other than that,
we got Candyman and like Boys in the Hood. And
like, Yo, Boys in the Hood is hella classic.
Hell yeah.
Yo, actually,
right.
Dom, I want to put you on the spot. Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society?
Well, as I turn around, I got a poster of Boys in the Hood.
Right,
I go Boys in the Hood on that one just because of the story.
But real talk, I would actually say Menace to Society.
Yeah, I think I'm a Menace to Society guy. I'd have to say.
And see, it's only because Menace to Society was so much more gritty, man.
Oh, my Lord.
That shit was so gritty.
Dark.
Super gully, yo. Super gully. So we said earlier, I think one of the things, as I've thought about it now, as I've gotten older, and I've really started to, accept this obsession that I have with Freddy Krueger, I've tried to think about, what made Freddy different for me and for a lot of other people? And I think one of the things that made him different was his personality. You got someone like Jason who just walks around. Michael Myers just walks around.
No personality.
A lot of them don't talk. And then you have someone like Robert Englund, who's a great actor, who really, made Freddy come to life. So talk about what were your thoughts and plans to cast your Freddy Krueger, and were you thinking about that? Like, how am I going to make this guy scary? And let me just say now, you did a great job with it. But I just wanted to kind of talk to you and get your point of view on that, because those are some big shoes to fill.
Oh yeah, all day, man. And what's funny is the actor who plays him, his name's Nathan Epperson, is like my brother, man. He was super nervous about it. I mean, like, rightly so. And on top of that, he had a bad habit of like getting caught into like the comments after because we released the trailers. One was released on Halloween, the second one was released on Thanksgiving, and the third one was released on Christmas. And like between the first one and the second one, he'd kind of get caught into the comments, and then between the second and third. But yeah, like my whole mind frame was I actually wanted like a mix between Jackie Earle Haley and Robert Englund. I loved Robert Englund, but my favorite Freddy Krueger is it would have to be either Dream Warriors or New Nightmare.
Yeah.
For me, because like that's when like he was the scariest. Like he was the absolute scariest. All the other films, he turns a bit wonky, or he becomes a comedian.
Yeah.
And it's like,
certainly.
Yeah. And it's like I like some of the jokes, but I'm like I don't want to be laughing more than I'm actually being afraid.
Yeah.
And that's what that was the heart of it. And my big thing was going into it. The question that I always came back to was, what would Wes Craven do?
Yeah.
And so I studied it. I watched I watched every behind the scenes everything like I was studying for SATs or something.
That's it.
Yeah. So there was a lot of thought that went into molding our Freddy. My favorite makeup was actually like New Nightmare's makeup, and New Nightmare and Freddy vs. Jason. I thought Freddy vs. Jason was the dopest Freddy Krueger's makeup had ever looked. Like, they weren't afraid to do close-ups.
Yes, anything. Yeah, and he really looked fucking mean.
Right.
He looked super mean, in Wes Craven and Freddy vs. Jason. Like, did you give the dude any tips, or was he just like naturally killing it?
No, so what happened was I had a lot of people audition, and his audition was similar to my lead actor, where I had a bunch of auditions come in. I'm like watching all of them, and I'm like, man, like nobody is like standing out to me. And I had asked him to audition for a while, and he had never sent a tape in because he was a bit nervous about trying to steal those shoes. And I'm like, bro, like I have to decide on somebody like by midnight. Please send the tape in. And he finally sent it in, and I got chills. Like when he sent the tape in, I sent it over to the producer, and I'm like, bro, watch all of these and tell me which one you pick. And like he picked the same one. So from there, him and I just had a bunch of discussions on how we could get the feel that I'm going for. And there were certain things that we definitely talked about, like his stance, his walk, his talk, like all of that stuff. And I'm like, one of the Robert Englund's like huge things was he would always walk with the weight of the glove on his hand, that gave him, like a bit of a lean. And like, it was a bunch of like really detailed stuff like that we would constantly talk about.
But for your Freddy, did you use makeup or was it mask?
No, makeup all day, man. It
Word.
It looks crazy.
Yeah, for the first 2 days, it was like a 5 hour long application, man.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I have a question for you. Just based on the success of the trailer. I mean, we're talking millions of hits and all this shit. If nobody from, let's say, a major company hits you, but you got all this love online and the millions of hits,
I was thinking, that's so funny, Snuk.
Do you go ahead at some point, maybe reach out to somebody or whatever, but you go ahead and just fucking do your own thing? Because look at the amount of people that's already interested just off the strength of you.
And Dom, before you answer that, think about the original Nightmare on Elm Street, who Wes Craven was sitting on. He had shopped that script around, and everybody passed on it. And it wasn't until he met Bob Shea, the guy who owned New Line, that Bob was like, "Yo, you got something."
Right now, will you hold on it until you meet your Bob Shea, or will you just take shit into your own hands?
Nah, that's what funny was my producer. Like he was pushing hard, man. He was like, "Bro, we got millions of views." My producer and my cinematographer, like, "Bro, we got millions of views. If we did a Kickstarter, we get the money easy. Like, let's just do
that's
that."
a good point.
Like,
yeah.
My whole thing is, I love the franchise so much, man. Like, I want to respect it, and I want to be able to do it right. Like, I want to make sure, like, because I know I could run a Kickstarter, get a decent amount of money to do it, but I know how much I need to do it right, to do it exactly how it needs to be done. Because even shooting the trailer, like, the big thing was everybody would always ask me after we wrap, like, "Are you happy? Did you get what you wanted?" And I'm just like, look, I got enough. Like, if I got what I wanted, we'd be shooting the actual movie right now.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm in that place where it's like, I'm trying to get Bob Shea. Like, I actually got a buddy who is like, look, I got Bob Shea's email. A lot of people don't have this, and actually, before you guys called, I was just finishing up like our press kit. So I'm actually passing it on to him so he can send it over to Bob Shea. I know Bob Shea isn't like over New Line anymore, but at the same time, he still has his connects, whatever.
Do you know
but
if
again, that's a long shot though. Like,
did they sell it? Did they sell? Did they sell Nightmare on Elm Street New Line Cinema to Platinum Dunes, or do you know that?
No, I don't think they sold it to Platinum Dunes.
Okay.
Oh, that's another question too. If you decided to do this shit on your own, can you even use that the name and everything without fucking with the actual
copyright?
The actual people that have it.
Yeah,
copyright?
well, that's where you fall into this weird gray area. Because like another like fan film, like they were doing a Star Trek thing or whatever, and they ran a Kickstarter, and they were getting like crazy bread. I mean, like 600K or something like that. So, like with the spot, and I forget which studio owns it, but they stepped in and they were like, "Look, no, y'all not gonna do this," and they like opened up a lawsuit for a little while. But I think what happened was a bunch of fans like were pissed that they were actually coming at other fans who loved the franchise so much that they wanted to make like their own rendition of it. Yeah. That eventually the studio started looking bad, so the director convinced them to drop the lawsuit.
I'm saying, can't we all eat? Like if the company sees that somebody's doing something major and it actually has a fan base, can't we all eat? If I'm them, I'm scooping them and I'm like, yo, do your thing. We're behind you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But whatever.
Yeah. Right. Especially at that level. It's like if y'all product is good enough to where people are willing to give you at the amount of $600K, let's just bring you on the project.
Exactly. Let's make the money together. Let's break bread.
Right. You ain't coming up with fucking nothing clearly on your own. I just did the fucking work. I mean, just get behind it a little.
Right.
Yo, Dom, one of the last things that I want to ask you about is kind of for the love of the glove type question. So, for anybody that don't know, each Freddy movie, has a different glove. It's, whether it's solder spills or, different blades, different armatures.
I would have never knew that shit if I didn't know Stiz, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So just talk about the type of glove that you used for your Freddy, what led you to that decision, and what's your favorite glove?
Yo, one, I gotta say, bro, my hat goes off to you. So much respect. This is the first podcast I've spoken on where somebody was so well versed that we spoke the same language. I'm into it, bro. I love it.
Yo, Dom, honestly, and that I've been thinking that the whole time. Likewise, and I've certainly gained so much respect for you. The way that you've said a few times already how much respect you have for the franchise. So likewise, brother.
Yeah, appreciate it. So I actually ended up going with the remake glove.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, and a lot of fans gave me shit about it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But no, what ended up happening was it was weird. I tried on the original glove. And I dug it, but one of the issues that I had was when I bend my knuckles, it kind of folds into the metal backing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of that's how the other gloves are. They're all altered, but they're all just renditions of the original one.
Yeah.
And then when I tried that one on, I was like, bro, this is the one. And from it's just a statistic mindset. I was like, this is the easiest glove to kill somebody with.
Yeah.
Ergonomically, this was made to kill somebody.
Yeah.
It's comfortable. So that was actually the reason why I actually went with comfortability for that. I mean comfortability and also just logically that one made the most sense to me. So that's why I ended up going with that one. But my favorite one would also be the new Nightmare, just because it was something so different. It was, built into his hand. The glove had become a part of him.
Yes.
So that was definitely that one, or there's also the one in New Nightmare that they're building at the beginning of the movie, the metal one.
That metal one. Yep. Yo, you know what's kind of crazy, bro? If you look at the part 1 poster, the glove that's in that poster kind of looks like the New Nightmare one. I think they might have based that New Nightmare one off the original poster.
Well, and they also had, if you go back to the second Nightmare, there's the nails coming out of his hand as he's coming out of Jesse or whatever.
Yeah. Have you met anybody of the cast of any of the films?
So I haven't met anybody in person. I've been on my grind, contacting everybody. I actually got to talk to the guy that I had a conversation with him on Facebook. The guy that played Jesse, super cool dude. I talked to the director of the second Nightmare. Him and I had a few conversations. I talked to I think his name is it Robert Kirkman? No, it's something Kirkman. He was one of the lead makeup artists for Nightmare 5 because he worked on the Kevin Smith thing. So him and I actually speak in person, and I got to let him see the trailer and stuff. So I got to talk to the Wizard Master or whatever.
Oh I forget his name. Yeah.
He was gonna record a video just in support of the trailers or whatever. He's supposed to send it over to me.
That's dope, man.
Damn it. Yeah. I've talked to a few of them though, which is dope, and I'm dying to go to one of the cons to meet Robert Englund.
Yeah, yo, I finally got to do it November that just passed. So just a few months ago, bro, I finally, because I wasn't really a Comic-Con dude, but then I found out Robert Englund was going to be one in Rhode Island, which is the state right over from us, and I was like, all right, I'm in there. Had to wait in line for 8 hours, yo, but that shit was worth it, bro. Now I got a glove signed and a nice shadow box hanging in my house. Shit looks crazy, bro. It's so crazy. Yo, Dom, I just want to thank you again for coming on the Stuck on Stuff podcast. We really appreciate it, bro. Your trailers are super dope.
Yeah, we support.
We support 100,000%, yo. And if anybody else wants to support and get involved, how can they do that?
So you can go to my YouTube channel, which is Domozoo, DOMOZOO. You can go on Instagram, which is Who's Your Film Daddy. You can go to my Twitter, which is Who's Your Film Daddy.
Sorry. I accidentally clicked your YouTube.
And then you can go on YouTube and if you type in Nightmare Return to Elm Street, you'll see how sick these trailers look. Yeah. They're crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you even just go to YouTube and type Nightmare on Elm Street, my trailer will be the second one to pop up.
Woo! Major. How the fuck can they ignore that? That's crazy.
Millions and millions of views.
It is literally the most viewed Nightmare on Elm Street anything on YouTube right now, aside from the reboot trailer. That's it. It's got more views than the regular.
I got a feeling you don't really have much to worry about. I think things are gonna eventually pop off the way they were supposed to.
For sure.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that.
Yo, Dom, we would love to stay in touch with you and talk to you again in the future if that's cool, brother.
Oh yeah, all day, man, all day. Let's make it happen.
All right, bro. Make sure you check out Domonic Smith. His trailers are Return to Elm Street. They are crazy, millions of views. Let's help get this Freddy movie made, man, because the fans need it. Dom, thank you so much, brother.
Yep.
Peace.